Welcome to our exploration of the top creepy places in Virginia. Virginia is one of the oldest and most storied states in America. It is a land of contrast, where lush forests stretch for miles, historic cobblestone towns rest quietly along riverbanks, and forgotten battlefields lie hidden beneath the tall grass. Drive through its winding back roads, and you will pass crumbling plantation homes, centuries-old cemeteries, and stone churches that have stood for generations. It's beautiful, timeless, and deeply haunted. This is a place where history was written in blood. From colonial times to the Civil War, Virginia has witnessed countless tragedies, untimely deaths, and moments of terror that left more than just scars on the land. Locals whisper of ghost sightings, cursed grounds, and places where time seems to stand still. Tonight, we are peeling back the polished surface of Virginia and stepping into the shadows. These are the creepiest places in the state, where legends come alive and the dead may still walk among us. Before we enter the realm of the unknown, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out as we uncover the mysteries of creepy places. Remember to like, share, and comment below with your own tales of the supernatural. But that's not all. If you're ready to take your love for creepy destinations to the next level, I've got something special for you. I'm thrilled to announce the release of my new book, Top 25 Most Creepy US Destinations. Inside, you'll find the most eerie, spine-chilling places across the country. Places that will send shivers down your spine and ignite your curiosity about the unknown. If you're looking for your next ghostly adventure, this book is your ultimate guide. Now come along as we enter the realm of the unknown. Number 5. Hollywood Cemetery. Located along the banks of the James River, Hollywood Cemetery sprawls across 135 acres of rolling hills, ancient trees, and winding paths. Established in 1847, its name derives not from the film industry, but from the holly trees that dot its landscape. Yet, beneath its serene beauty lies a tapestry of history, legend, and lingering spirits. This cemetery serves as the final resting place for over 18,000 Confederate soldiers, including generals like Jeb Stuart, George Pickett, and Fitzhugh Lee. It's also home to 2 U.S. presidents, James Monroe and John Tyler, and Jefferson Davis, the President of the Confederacy. Deep within Richmond's Hollywood Cemetery lies a stone mausoleum marked with the name William Wortham Poole, a man who died in 1922. Weathered by time and hidden among the graves, this crypt has stirred whispers for decades. Locals claim it belongs to a vampire. According to legend, W. Poole was no ordinary man. Stories say he was exiled from England in the 1800s for practicing dark rituals and drinking blood. He settled in Richmond, hiding among its citizens and living far longer than any man should. The tale took a darker turn in 1925 when the Church Hill Tunnel collapsed. As rescue crews searched for survivors, witnesses claimed a figure with sharp teeth and bloodied skin emerged from the rubble and fled toward Hollywood Cemetery, disappearing near Poole's tomb. Since then, strange things have been reported around the crypt. Shadowy figures, unnatural chills, and whispers in the dark. Some say the vampire still rests there, waiting for nightfall. Among the crumbling tombstones of Richmond's Hollywood Cemetery lies the grave of 2-year-old Florence Reese, who died in 1862 of scarlet fever. But what draws visitors isn't just her age. It's the life-sized iron Newfoundland dog that stands guard over her grave. This cast-iron statue has sparked ghost stories for over a century, with some claiming the dog's spirit still watches over the little girl at night. There are 2 main stories about how the dog got there. One says her uncle placed it at her grave because she loved the statue when it sat outside his shop. The other says her father, a pacifist during the Civil War, put it there to keep the iron from being taken for weapons, believing no one would touch a child's grave. Visitors have reported the statue moving or emitting a low growl, as if still guarding its charge. The Confederate section is said to be haunted by the spirits of soldiers who never left the battlefield. Apparitions in uniform, phantom drum beats, and disembodied voices have been reported by visitors and staff alike. Hollywood Cemetery is more than a burial ground. It's a place where history and legend intertwine. Its stories continue to captivate and unsettle, reminding us that some spirits may never rest. Number 4. St. Alburn Sanatorium. Perched above the New River in Radford, Virginia, St. Alburn Sanatorium stands as a monument to both educational ambition and psychiatric care, its walls bearing witness to decades of suffering and unexplained phenomena. Established in 1892 as a Lutheran boys' school, the institution was known for its rigorous academics and competitive atmosphere. However, reports of bullying and student self-harm marred its reputation. In 1916, the facility was repurposed as a psychiatric hospital. Despite intentions to provide progressive mental health care, the sanatorium became notorious for controversial treatments, such as electroshock therapy, insulin-induced comas, and lobotomies. These practices, common at the time, often resulted in severe trauma or death for patients. The sanatorium's dark history has given rise to numerous reports of paranormal activity. Visitors and investigators have described hearing disembodied voices, witnessing shadowy figures, and experiencing sudden drops in temperature. One of the most infamous entities is the Creeper, a shadowy figure that reportedly crawls along walls and ceilings, instilling fear in those who encounter it. The basement, once used for storage and possibly as a morgue, is considered a hotspot for supernatural occurrences. Unexplained noises, feelings of being watched, and apparitions have all been reported in this area. St. Albans officially closed its doors in 2003. Since reopening for historical and paranormal tours in 2010, it has attracted countless visitors eager to explore its haunted halls. For those who visit, it offers a sobering glimpse into the past and the mysteries that continue to captivate the curious and the brave. Number 3. The Martha Washington Inn and Spa. In the heart of Abingdon, Virginia, stands the Martha Washington Inn and Spa, a structure steeped in nearly 2 centuries of history, elegance, and enigmatic tales. Built in 1832 by General Francis Preston, a hero of the War of 1812, the mansion was intended as a family residence for his wife, Sarah Buchanan Preston, and their 9 children. By 1858, the estate transformed into the Martha Washington College for Young Ladies, an institution dedicated to the education of women in the antebellum South. During the Civil War, the college served as a hospital for both Confederate and Union soldiers. Students volunteered as nurses, tending to the wounded amidst the horrors of war. One such student, Beth, is said to have fallen in love with a gravely injured Union captain she cared for. She would play the violin to soothe his pain, but tragically, he died before her final serenade. Beth herself succumbed to typhoid fever weeks later. Guests have reported hearing faint violin music in room 403, believed to be Beth's eternal tribute to her lost love. Another haunting tale speaks of a young Confederate soldier who, before embarking on a perilous mission, sought a final farewell with his beloved at the college. Using hidden tunnels beneath Abingdon, he reached her, only to be discovered and fatally shot by Union soldiers. His blood stained the floor, and despite numerous renovations, the stain reportedly reappears. A lingering testament to a love cut short. The inn's basement holds darker secrets. It's believed that enslaved individuals were once confined here, with some allegedly buried within the stone walls. Visitors have reported unexplained cold spots and feelings of unease in this area. Today, the Martha Washington Inn and Spa offers guests luxurious accommodations and a chance to experience its rich history firsthand. But for those attuned to the supernatural, it remains a place where the past lingers, and the echoes of love and loss continue to resonate through its halls. Number 2. The Exchange Hotel. Located in the small historic town of Gordonsville, the Exchange Hotel holds a dark and chilling past. Built in 1860, this grand antebellum building was originally intended to be a luxurious hotel for passengers traveling on the newly expanded Virginia Central Railroad. However, the outbreak of the Civil War transformed the Exchange Hotel from a place of comfort into one of sorrow, becoming a Confederate receiving hospital that would later witness over 70,000 admissions and countless deaths. As a receiving hospital, it treated thousands of wounded soldiers from both the Confederate and Union armies. The doctors here worked tirelessly, but many soldiers never made it out alive, succumbing to their injuries or to rampant disease. The building's past is steeped in the trauma and death of the Civil War, and many believe that the spirits of those who died here have never left. Today, the Exchange Hotel operates as a Civil War medical museum, But its most notable feature isn't the collection of artifacts. It's the paranormal activity that takes place within its walls. Visitors and paranormal investigators alike have reported countless ghostly encounters. The most frequently seen apparition is that of a Confederate soldier. He's been spotted roaming the hallways and rooms of the building, often in full uniform. Some claim to have seen him lying on the beds as if still recovering from his injuries, while others have felt his presence standing nearby, watching them as they explore the hotel. His appearances are often accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature and the feeling of being watched. Then, there's the ghost of a nurse, known to many as Emma. Visitors have described feeling an inexplicable sense of calm when they sense her presence, and she's believed to be a compassionate spirit, still caring for the sick and injured in the afterlife. Some have even reported hearing her voice softly humming lullabies or the rustling of her skirts as she moves through the halls. Other sightings include ghostly children who are seen and heard playing on the grounds, likely the children of soldiers or local residents who met tragic fates. Their laughter and small footsteps echo through the empty halls, and some visitors have felt a cold hand tugging on their clothing, as if a child were reaching out for attention. The basement of the Exchange Hotel is perhaps the most unsettling part of the building. Originally used as the morgue during its time as a hospital, it is said to have the heaviest paranormal activity. Visitors report an oppressive, uneasy feeling in the basement, with some even claiming to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corners or felt hands touch them when no one else was around. One of the more terrifying experiences reported comes from paranormal investigators who have recorded voices during their sessions. These disembodied voices range from faint whispers to clear, audible commands telling people to get out. Many believe these are the voices of soldiers, nurses, and patients who died in the hospital and still remain trapped in the building. Despite the hotel's history as a place of healing, the overwhelming sadness and death that surrounded the Exchange Hotel during the Civil War seemed to have left an indelible mark on the building. The spirits of the past continue to linger, making the Exchange Hotel not only one of Virginia's most historically significant locations, but also one of its most haunted. For anyone brave enough to visit, the Exchange Hotel offers ghost tours year-round, allowing visitors to experience its haunted history firsthand. Number 1. The Ferry Plantation House. Known as one of the most haunted and historically rich locations, the Ferry Plantation House sits quietly on the banks of the Lynnhaven River in Virginia Beach, its brick walls whispering secrets from centuries long past. By day, it is an old house, weathered and worn, a relic of another time. But by night, those who visit say it becomes something else, something alive with the echoes of its dark and mysterious history. Long before the house was built in 1830, the land had seen its share of unsettling events. In the 1600s, before any European settler laid claim to the land, the Native American Chesapeake tribe lived and thrived here. The waters of the Lynnhaven River was the essence of their survival. Today, some say the spirits of these original inhabitants still linger, tied to the earth they knew so well. When English settlers arrived, they quickly recognized the river's strategic importance. A ferry service was established in the mid-1600s, connecting towns and plantations, and soon a courthouse stood on the property. It was here in this small courthouse that one of Virginia's most infamous trials took place, the trial of Grace Sherwood, the so-called Witch of Pungo. Grace was a midwife and herbalist, accused of witchcraft by her neighbors. In 1706, she was subjected to a trial by water. If she floated, she would be deemed guilty. If she sank, it would confirm her innocence. Thrown into the Lynnhaven River, with her hands and feet bound, Grace freed herself and floated back to the top. The townspeople declared her a witch, sealing her fate. Visitors to the Ferry Plantation House report seeing a woman's figure walking near the water on misty nights, vanishing if approached. Is it Grace, forever tied to the place of her trial? The house that now stands on the property is not the first to occupy the land. The original courthouse was replaced by a modest home in the 1700s, which later became part of a thriving plantation. But this land was also a place of tragedy. Enslaved people toiled in the fields, and some died in the process. By the early 19th century, a new brick house was built, the Ferry Plantation House. a grand structure designed to showcase wealth and status. Yet, from the start, the house was no stranger to death. Staff members have reported sightings of 2 children, a boy and a girl, on the second-floor landing. Stories are still told of a young boy who fell from a window in the 1850s. He is one of the most frequently seen spirits, according to visitors and paranormal investigators. The little girl seen at the top of the stairs may be connected to a different tragedy. Former owners lost their 5-year-old daughter in 1860, and some believe her spirit remained in the house. Visitors speak of hearing the sound of small footsteps running through the halls, only to find no one there. Some have even reported the chilling sensation of a child's hand slipping into their own. A lady in white is often seen wandering through the house, her presence tied to a tragic accident. It is said that in 1826, she fell down the grand staircase, breaking her neck. Her spirit, forever linked to that moment, now roams the halls, drifting silently as if replaying the final steps that led to her untimely death. During the Civil War, the plantation saw more death. Soldiers, both Union and Confederate, passed through the area, and some likely took their final breath on the property. It's said that on quiet nights, you can hear their cries of pain carried on the wind. The house, too, may have been used as a makeshift hospital, adding to the toll of lives lost within its walls. As the years passed, the house fell into disrepair, its brick facade crumbling as if to reflect the tragedies it had witnessed. But its spirits never left. The Walk family, who lived in the house during the 19th century, are said to be among the lingering presences. The ghost of Sally Rebecca Walk, the daughter of William Walk, is often seen in period clothing, standing in the parlor as if waiting for something, or someone, perhaps her fiancé who died in the war. Visitors report that when they try to approach her, she simply fades away, leaving behind an icy chill. Cold spots, disembodied voices, and doors opening and closing on their own have all been reported at the Ferry Plantation house. Today, the house stands as a museum, its walls preserved as much as possible. But those who visit say that the past is never truly gone here. Ghostly apparitions, eerie sounds, and unexplained happenings are commonplace. For some, it's a portal to history. Virginia is a place where history runs deep in the soil, the architecture, and the silence that falls over certain places after dark. Its beauty is undeniable, but that beauty often hides a complicated and haunting past. From the Blue Ridge Mountains to the Tidewater towns, every corner of this state carries echoes of the lives that came before us. Some places remember, and in Virginia, it seems the land never forgets. This has been Tyler. Thanks for joining me on this chilling exploration of Virginia and its creepiest places. Which of these locations would you dare to explore? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know if you've experienced any supernatural encounters in the Old Dominion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Join us for more chilling adventures. Until next time, stay curious and stay creepy. Bye for now.